Yo, what is going on, everyone? This is Julian, and we are coming to the second part of the meditation retreat experience. And last week we had a first episode, part 1. So if you missed that, definitely go check that out because it builds on this video. And in this video, we continue to do the deep dive where Max talks about what it's like to meditate like 10 hours a day for 10 days straight and the experiences that he had with that. With that being said, wish you lots of fun in the video and see you on the other side.
Like it's really hard in the beginning, especially like when you're sitting there and you have all the pain.
How much do you meditate every day?
Yeah, you actually meditate about 10 and a half hours, I think. A day.
So you've meditated like over 100 hours in the last 10 days.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you wake up at 4 a.m. There's the bell, and then you wake up, have a shower, and then you go to the meditation hall and like straightly meditate for 2 hours. Then you have breakfast and you meditate again, and for 3 hours. Then you have lunch and you meditate again for 4 hours. And you can still eat something a little bit. For the new students who do it the first time, you're allowed to eat some fruits. And then you will meditate again, and always in the evening then there's one discourse. So there are, for 1.5 hours, you get some explanations, some theory for the understanding of the Dhamma, of the philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, and of the to understand the technique properly, so that you know why you're actually doing it, to understand it, to also develop the motivation. Because if you get the technique but you don't really know why you're doing it, you can quickly lose the motivation, right?
I guess it takes a lot of like diligence, motivation, discipline, especially because something you wanted to say, I mean, you're living your life as you did before, you do all the different things, and all of a sudden, like, it's like bam, like you're not even like building up to it, you're kind of like fully immersed. So I can really imagine how it's quite difficult.
It's completely different than just like meditating every day for 10, 20, 30 minutes or whatever. Absolutely. Like if you really go completely into this and you have this timetable, you develop self-discipline, you sit there 3 times every day for 1 hour straight without moving at all, and you develop this, they call it the strong determination. Like you develop your willpower, and to stay with the pain which comes up, and also to stay with the pleasant feelings, which is probably not hard, but then if you do the technique properly, you also detach from the pleasant feelings as well. And but the pain is the most difficult thing in the sittings where you're not allowed to move, I'd say. And it's I can really recommend for everyone who wants to go deeper with life, who wants to understand, who is interested into Buddhism or interested into meditation, into dissolving suffering, and into how the mind works, how the conditioned mind works. Everyone who wants to get rid of all these conditions, or at least get more aware of them. So actually almost everyone, I would recommend doing it like when you don't have like deep psychic issues, deep depressions, or like some disorders, mental disorders, or if you're physically not in the if you can't do it physically, then it might be harder. Depends on how you're limited. There was some guy in the wheelchair, and he also attended it, but it was very difficult for him, he said. So I don't know if it's the proper technique for these kind of guys, but that's probably also very subjective. So, but if you're if you're interested in meditation if you want to develop a new perspective, gain a new experience, and if you want to understand suffering more and how it works and how you can get rid of it, or how you can decrease it, I can really recommend it if you want to develop a taste for what equanimity is, what inner peace is, and how it can feel like to be in this inner peace, in this equanimity, and develop this much deeper sense of love as well. Like in the end, or for the general way of how you do this Vipassana retreat, it's divided into 3 techniques. So you have the Anapana, where you develop your samadhi, your concentration, to concentrate the mind on the body, on what's real there. Like you concentrate it on your breath, which is always happening. So you concentrate on the breath for 3.5 days, just doing this, to develop your concentration. And then, if you've developed this concentration more, you get introduced into the Vipassana method. So where you get step by step, they build up the technique and explain to you how you can scan your body and become conscious of all the sensations in your whole body. And then practice is to observe how the mind works, how you have the cravings, have the aversions, and to stay equanimous while you're experiencing all these. And the third part of the technique is the metta meditation, which they will teach you in the end. So there you will develop in you will get introduced in how you can develop the love. So first of all, you get conscious of how your mind works and how the conditioned mind works, and then in the end you go into the love for life, for all beings which are there, and to develop real love, not just the conditioned love for the pleasures of life, but like a real kind of transcendental love. And this is really, really beautiful, and a really beautiful end of this whole time. And then, of course, you're animated to continue the practice, to apply it to real life, and to maintain the equanimity, to apply it to real life, and to deepen the practice. And I myself am very, very motivated to go again there. There are also all kinds of very short courses where you just have 1 day, or I think 3 days, a weekend, and so you can always come back there and do some refreshing of the technique and connect to the people there. And it's really, really beautiful.
So thanks, Max, for being on the podcast. It's a great pleasure talking to you, and very interesting to hear about your experience. Now it's a time for him to really integrate it into his daily life, and I feel like such a process takes a long time to integrate. And Max does music as well. So he has a YouTube channel called Max Music Creator. He has a lot of stuff published there. We also made a rap together. So if you're interested, check that out. And I'm absolutely excited to have you on the podcast, because not only is he able to sit still for 10 days straight, he also has a lot of different passions and ambitions. And I'm sure we're going to talk about many of these things in the future.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation to be here. And I really enjoyed it. Enjoy to share the technique with you guys, like the understanding of it. And if you're interested, definitely check out my YouTube channels. I have the Max Music Creator, but also the Max Musical Moments, so the rap I uploaded on another channel, Max Musical Moments, and there will also come some more music in the future. So definitely check it out. I'd appreciate it, and definitely check out the Vipassana Retreat if you're interested in developing a tranquil mind and inner peace, joy, love.
All right, sounds good. See you next time.